Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on for the channel, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps with the channel a lot. Appreciate all the support in the channel, and I hope you liked the last episode where we kind of did a bit of surveying and planning for the future development of the city of Rivière-des-Montagnes. Even though we didn't get too much building done, we talked about kind of what the city is going to look like in the future, but what we didn't do is we didn't talk about the other side of the river and the industry area, because we have a booming industry demand and we need to do some of this, but that's going to entail some rework of some city services, which like water and power, which we are again having issues with. So we're going to make a dedicated water treatment plant out this way in the industrial area, and look at adding some industry in as well. So we're going to start off with that, and then we're going to kind of continuing our surveying and our planning for the rest of the map. And I'll also looking at improving some quality of life. So, looking at power, we're doing okay. We had a bit of a flux downwards, but in water availability and sewage treatment, we need to change. So we're gonna do a bit of sewage treatment. We're gonna do a sewage treatment area, and we're gonna do that right over here. I was looking at the land, and it's pretty good. I want to keep it away from the river as much as possible, because I don't really want that prime real estate taken up by a water treatment plant. I was thinking down here we could kind of get it as well, so maybe that's something we'll look at doing instead. Yeah, you know what? This is going to be a better spot for it, and plus it's going to give us a reason to expand our industrial area, right? So we're going to start off by dealing with water, and then we're going to start off. Then we're going to go on to the rest of everything we need to do. So, oops, I didn't mean to exit out of that. I want to see the topography here, because we are going to need to take our industrial area, our industrial road, and we're going to continue with this frontage road. Actually, no, this is going to be the main road for the future. So, oh, there we go. Let's turn straight slope on just in case. And we're going to come all the way down to here with that road, and we can even take it a bit farther, but I don't really see the need to, because there's not much buildable land out this way. So let's just kind of leave it at that, and then right back in here I see us building our water treatment plant. So I'm just going to do a nice basic road like that. Pretty simple pattern here, and I'm going to leave this space open for future train potential, because I really want to push for that train, because when we get the train yards in, we're going to need to redo this whole area, which is totally fine. We planned for this right from the beginning, but maybe we can do less of it if we can get the train yards over here. So let's try to get some of these things out of the way, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take off some of these trees. So we're just going to go in to move it here, and oops, there we go. Select trees only, and we're just going to click and drag, and then we're going to go to delete. There we go. So we just cleared out some of the trees. The reason why I do that is because the trees don't delete themselves when you build over top of them, and that can cause some pretty significant issues. So we actually haven't unlocked the larger treatment plants, so that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the treatment plants that we have already, and I'm just going to move them in over here. And this is just going to be a preparation for when we get the larger plants. And I'm just going to pause the game too, because I'm disconnecting them from the water right now. And let's see. Yeah, there's no other treatment plants we have, right? Okay, so we're gonna need another one, and I think I'm gonna stick with these eco ones. And I guess since we're doing that, I can just decide to delete this one then. And let's keep them all on the same side here. So that's 3. Let's do 4. And then we're going to need to connect them up. Okay, and then this is going to come right down into here and connect up with the larger system. And ideally, we're going to get a bridge in from the downtown over here, and then we'll kind of connect up with the rest of it later on. All right, and if you're wondering why I'm not connecting power lines to this, it's because I have a mod on that removes the need for power lines, and I really like that mod. I think it's really useful. Okay, so we also have water demand, so let's add another water tower in, and I think we're gonna keep them elevated. So let's get this water tower back over here. There we go, and we have fixed our water issue, and our power's it's fluxing, so I think we can just raise the budget and we should be fine with power. So let's just bump it up to 150 for now. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, it gives us a lot of wiggle room, and water we're gonna just keep for a little while as well. All right, so we've built a little water treatment area. It's gonna grow as the city grows, and you know, we can always add in some other stuff as well, but I don't think we really need to at this moment. And what we've done as well is we have freed up some more space for industry, which is good to see. And then let's delete this. There we go. And then let's get some more industry out this way. Let's just say to about here for now, and we'll see what that kind of does. We already have a bus that runs out this way, so I'm hoping that that bus is going to add some traffic or add some people out this way, and it'll get them to their jobs easier. And you know, when you do zone in industry, don't zone in too much because it really goes by quick. All right, let's start. It really takes the unemployment down really quickly. Oh, here we have a water issue. Let's get water out this way. All right, so as this kind of goes, we have very little demand, right? And that's interesting. So what could be the cause of that? And I think one of the root causes is we need to improve our services. So why don't we start with emergency services? So we don't have a cop out, or we don't have a police station out this way, which is, you know, probably fine in real life, but for this game, it might need one. We really don't have a cop out this way either. I think it'd probably be beneficial for the city to add a police station out this way. So I'm thinking we get a nice, simple... Why don't we go with this European one because it looks pretty nice. And let's get it right at this intersection right here. I wonder what's going to happen with the zoning. Let's do it right after the intersection. Just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix the zoning a bit here. I'm actually gonna delete this building and delete that. So this is gonna be one building, and then I'm gonna take off zoning right there. Okay. So that's gonna improve the coverage of the police, and let's check fire as well. Let's see if there's not a fire department out this way. What was I thinking? Oh man. Okay, so we need a fire department, and we've left this little treed-in area, and you know that could be useful to throw a fire department down there. But I want this fire department right in the heart of the city, and you know I'd really love it if I actually built it and it would fit perfectly, and it doesn't. So I don't want them right beside each other, because it seems too simple to do that. Let's put it over here. And I'm actually going to delete this building because I don't like the single, like a 1x4 industry zones. I really don't like the look of those buildings. So I'm gonna let the game figure out what it wants to put in over there. And then we will, there we go. So now we have a 3 and a 2x4. Much nicer looking buildings. And now that really improved the coverage of the city, and or coverage of this area at least, and that should also decrease the strain on the city itself. And look at this, wow, we really need to add some more fire departments in this area. So let's get one right here. This is a bit tricky. I'm going to upgrade this road first. I'm actually going to upgrade it to a 4-lane road. Okay, and then we'll see how this works. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be okay. Let's see, that added some vehicles to it, but we don't have any fire protection out this way, which is, you know, it's probably okay in real life, but in the game we definitely need some more. So let's get the fire department right here. Yeah, it's gonna work. And then we're going to, since we're building it this way, the city will probably try to dezone this whole area from residential, and this is going to turn into a commercial block as well. Yeah. Okay, so we'll let that zone in, and look at this, we still have a lot of industrial demand, and it turns out we didn't add a crazy amount of jobs in. So that's okay. We're gonna still work on adding in the services. Okay, so yeah, we don't have a fire department this way either, which is interesting idea. We could probably do with getting a fire tower though in here, and that would help out a lot. Let's put this right here. That's gonna help out the coverage. And so that's fire and police. Let's look at healthcare. So we don't have any elder care facilities in the city at all. And let's look at getting a couple in, maybe 2. So let's start out this way, and let's find a good spot for one. It'd probably be better to have them closer to facilities. So why don't we? Probably not the best idea to put right beside the fire department, right? So let's put it right here. Alright, and probably shouldn't have zoned in housing over this way. So let's just do a commercial building. And we'll just do this. Oops, there we go. Wow, some tall buildings being built. Alright, so we got a nice elder home over there, and let's take a quick peek at that coverage. So we put it over here. Yeah, so let's get another one in plateau, and I think this would be a good spot for one over here. Could put it right here, and that'll kind of help break up the grid. Yeah, I don't really want anything on that road, right? So if you watched last episode, we put a fence in to stop zoning on that side. But I think over here we'll be fine with that. Okay, so that's going to be really helpful as well. And then we need to look at childcare, which we don't really have any supporting features of either. Let's put this right here. And then let's get another one over this way. It's funny, every time I think of doing these, we always run into placing them pretty close together. But I guess that's just the way it is. And then we can also add some other healthcare stuff, like we have a sauna. That could be cool. Destroy that building. So maybe not right there. But it'd be cool to get some of these things in, right? Put that there, and then we'll get a commercial building right beside it. Okay. And let's go back to healthcare. Should probably look at our clinic coverage. Yeah, wow, I really should have planned this out a bit better, shouldn't have I? All right, so let's get this nicer looking one in, and let's put it. So we're kind of growing the downtown a bit. How big is this? Oh, this fits perfectly. I think we have to put it right here. It's pretty close to a bus stop as well. All right, and our cemetery coverage is probably pretty good. Yeah. I mean, the game would want you to put one over here, but I don't think we're going to right yet. We have 3. Probably good. And I think our transit's going to be fine, and education was the last one we needed to do. So let's look at, start with elementary schools. Yeah, okay, so we should probably add in, these 2 are churches. They count as elementary schools, but they have very little coverage. We could probably do with getting another elementary school over this way. So why don't we put it right beside the child care center. Let's put it right here. All right, and then let's, oh, didn't mean to pause the game there. Let's get a little park in here. So let's look at our parks. Let's go to the Snowman Park because I think they're really cool. They work with the theme that we're going for. Yeah, perfect. And then we're gonna get a nice little walking path behind here. It's gonna go just to here, and then let's try and do this without any guidance like that. Perfect. Squeeze this through. Nice. Okay, so we've kind of given them this little area here that they can use. I wonder if you can use park assets outside of a park, because it would be really nice to just throw a gazebo in. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that's pretty cute. We upgraded the elementary schools. I really like how that little area turned out. Let's look at what that did for coverage. Yeah, so we have lots of availability, which is good to see. But we do need a new high school, that's for sure. Let's click high school here. So we need a high school out over this way. We already have it over here, and I know it says it's red, but that's because we're taking in students from over here. It'll level itself out over time. So I think last time we were talking about how this grid's going to work out, and I think this is going to be a good way to break up that grid that we kind of messed up a bit earlier. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna place this high school right here. So let's look at this. Yeah, so it's on a bit of a slope downwards, which is probably fine. Should have probably leveled out the terrain before we built the high school. Yeah, so why don't we start by doing something with the terrain height. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and then slope objects, there we go. So that's a start. And then now we can, okay, thank you for your service. Now we can just kind of move this around a bit, and we can flatten out the terrain. All right, so I'm looking at the school and I'm thinking, where would I want? I think I would want it on this side. So let's just move it here. We're just gonna move it in momentarily, and we're gonna have to go back to this tool, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Just level it off a bit. This is just temporary. And we're going to need to put all of these to that height. And now what we're going to need to do is just get this road in. Just like so. All right, let's upgrade these roads. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put the high school on this side. Perfect. And now the terrain isn't as crazy because it's kind of on the back of the school. We're gonna lower this a bit though. we go. Okay, and now with the height of everything here. Okay, no. I want to add in some. Oops. I want to add in some other features for the high school, and we're going to stick to this line for the grid, but we're going to need to definitely figure stuff out with the terrain here. So we're building a high school. We're going to want some fields and stuff, some soccer fields and whatnot. So I think what we would do is we would definitely see them kind of purpose this street as their own. And wow, this street right here is in rough shape. Let's make this a smooth slope. There we go. And then we'll get their fields out this way. Yeah, that wasn't a terrible use of this tool because it's for a field. That wasn't like a terrible grade anyways. All right, so this is going to be the sorry, the high school street. So what we're going to do first is we're going to line up this node with the end of the high school. Let's go right to there. And usually I like doing a different road for the high school streets like this, for example, but I don't think I will in this case because I think parking will be kind of useful. So we'll just do that. And you know what, we could probably make this like a park, and that would really help with a lot of what's going on here. So yeah, let's do that. We're gonna make this a park zone. We're running out of time for today's episode. Here we go, park. Okay. So Prospect Meadows is the park name. I'm just gonna kind of go over what we need, and this is going to be Maurice Richard High School. Or I guess it would be, oh darn, what's the word for Quebec high schools? That's okay. I'll figure out the name and I'll actually name it properly off camera here. Okay, so now that we have this in place, we can now look at getting in a proper park. So let's get in this right here. And this is going to go right on the intersection here. Perfect. And now we can look at zoning in some fields. Adding in some fields here. So I think we're actually, I know we just closed off that road a bit, but I'm actually going to put it back because I want a field of some sort right on this side, and I think we're going to go with the soccer field in this case. Now where is that asset? Right here. Ah, okay, so it's not the side it's not what I was really hoping for. So what about the baseball diamond? I think this baseball diamond could work on this side of the baseball diamond, on this side of the high school. Yeah, okay, this would work great. So we just need to work on some of the grading a bit. Whoa, did not mean to do that. All right, so we actually need to bring out this road even farther. All right, so that's a good start. I think what we can do is we can actually just pull this back a bit, and then we can add in a pathway right here. And we're gonna just make sure that this is at this height still. There we go. You know, when you detail things, it always amazes me how much time it takes, because I can't believe this episode's already done, and all we've really done is just add in a couple assets. Alright, so the park's technically going to be on this side. I just really wanted to cut through right there. I think it's going to add a lot of traffic as well, which is going to look nice. But maybe we can look at doing that in the next episode, but at least for now, what we've done is we've helped out the town with its service and with its city services. And look at this, we've regained residential demand, even though our look at that. So I guess people did get their jobs. That's good. So I guess this industrial growth really helped, and we are also running out of power again. So that's going to be something we're going to need to fix. And garbage is an issue as well. I'm going to fix the garbage issue off camera, but we'll come back to it, and we will finish off Maurice Richard High School, and I will talk to you next time, guys. So have a good one. Let's find a nice spot for the camera here. Let's go with this one. Anyways, talk to you soon, and peace out.